Hello guys, welcome to my channel at Easy Surveys. So quickly I will show you on how to carry out a simple compass traverse computation. Okay, in this kind of compass traversing, it's basically used for Reiki, the reconnaissance. All right, so it's not really a very accurate method of surveying, but just for Reiki. So just for you to know how to go about it without any issue. So you only connect to just one control. Okay, you don't basically need to connect to two controls or three controls. Just one control is enough for compass traversing. All right, so having gone on site with your compass, okay, you are to be on a control, a known point. All right, then you can just decide to take the bearing, all right, to your first uh, um, station, which is to station one in this case. So when you obtain the bearing, just like what we have here, okay, you can see from photo 003, this is where the compass man is standing, okay, and the person took uh, uh, is observation to peg one or station one. All right, so you are going to obtain a bearing. All right, then you are going to obtain the distance using the tape. All right, so the moment you have this distance and bearing on site, you are going to come to the next station, do the same thing to station two. All right, the compass man is standing here and is taking observation bearing to station two. So he's going to obtain a bearing and it's going to measure the distance between the two stations. So that is applicable to the rest of the station. So having gotten this besides the distances and the bearings, you are to expected to compute for the coordinates. All right. So how to obtain these coordinates? Okay, you must have gotten or known the coordinate of this control to 003. All right, so this is a known control. Then we have the bearing and distance. So the next thing to do is just to compute for the delta distance. How to get this delta distance simply means is a partial coordinate. This uh, data instance and data nothings. All right, is a partial coordinate. So how to get the data instance is just to do that is to have data instance. Okay, you have to use this data instance equals L, which your L is standing for the distance. L sine theta. Your theta is standing for the bearing. All right, the moment you do L sine theta, you are going to have this partial instance. So when you do this L, which is the distance multiplied by the sine bearing, right? Just like what we have here, you are going to have this, all right? If your values is more than three decimal place, you have to approximate to three decimal place. So by the time you compute that, you are going to have, don't forget, put the negative. That's why we are putting plus minus, put the sign that the values is having. So you are going to have, in this case, minus 22.555. All right. So when you have that, you have to write it down. All right. So you are going to do the same thing for this station. Okay, L sine this. You are going to have this L sine this, which is distance multiplied by sine 6 degree 52 minutes. You are going to have this. The same way you are going to compute for the rest of the stations. Okay, when you are done with that, you have to do the next thing, which is the arithmetic sum. Okay, for you to have the arithmetic sum simply means that you are doing like a form of cumulative frequency. So all you have to do is to you don't need to work with the sign here now. All right, so we are having 22.5. So anything point 0.5 and above, okay, you have to approximate it to 1. So in this case, the arithmetic sum of this value now is 23, because this, after the decimal point, we are having something that is 5, okay, or if it is above 5, you have to approximate it to 1. If it is less than 5, you disregard it. Okay, it's of no use. So in this case, it is of use and you are approximating it to 1. Then if you add it to 22, you're going to have 23. So this is how to have the arithmetic sum for this. So to have the next station arithmetic sum, you are going to add the arithmetic sum of this value to this previous arithmetic sum. So in this case, you can see we have 26.3. Right, so if you approximate everything here, it is not up to 5 and it is not above 5, so we disregard it. So by the time you do 23 plus 26, you are going to have 49. The same way goes for the next station. So you are going to do 49 plus, if you approximate all this, it is 2. 49 plus 2, you will have 51. The same 51 plus 20 is 71. Then 71, if you approximate this, you are going to have 27. So 27 plus 71 is 98. So that is how to have the arithmetic sum. So we want to get the partial nothing, that is the delta nothing. So all you have to do is distance, okay, multiplied by the cos. Okay, in this case it is cos. To have the delta nothings, okay, it is delta nothing is given as L, okay, cos theta. Alright, so this is how you are going to use it. So L cos theta. So when you do distance, okay, the distance, okay, multiplied by the cos of this bearing, you will have the delta nothings. Remember, put the sign, okay. In this case, you do distance multiplied by the bearing, you have this. The same way you are going to do for the rest of the stations. So the same way we get the arithmetic sum of not instance is the same way you get the arithmetic sum of nothing. So when you approximate this, you have 20. If you approximate this, you have 30. So 30 plus 20 is 50. So the same way you are going to do for this. So if you approximate it is 20. So 20 plus 50 is 70. The rest like that till you have this. So for you to have the coordinates, remember we know the control coordinates, okay, but we want to have these remaining coordinates of this unknown station. So how to have the coordinates, the eastings and the northings is just this. It's that simple. Just follow me. So you are going to do these eastings, all right, plus or minus this delta instance, okay. So this instance value, okay, remember the sign is negative, so you are going to do this value minus this value. If you punch it, you are going to have this value, all right. This value or value minus the delta instance, all right, of this next station, you are going to have this value. So when you have this value, okay, you will now do this value, okay, minus this value. You will have this particular value, which is the instance. So to get this succeeding instance, it's now going to be the previous instance, okay, just like what we'll be doing. The previous instance will now be plus, because here we are having a positive sign, so plus this, you will have this. So for you to have a succeeding one, you are going to do this previous instance, okay, plus this, which is the instance of this station. You are going to have this. The same way you are going to do this previous instance to have this succeeding instance. This instance, okay, plus this delta instance, you are going to have this. Alright, so when you have this, you can see it is two stations. So you are expected to have exactly the coordinate of your control here. But if you check, we are shorting with 0.002, which is an error. Okay, so we leave that. In our next video we will talk about that. So in these nothings, we want to get the nothings of the next stations of the unknown station. So we are going to work with the known station nothings. So you will do this value, okay. In this case it is delta nothings you are working with now. So this nothings, okay, minus this delta nothings, you will have the nothings of this unknown station. So to have the previous, the succeeding station, you will do the previous nothings, okay, plus the delta nothings of the current station. You have this. So the same way goes for the rest of them. So when you get to this place, to get the succeeding station, okay, you are going to do the previous nothings, okay, minus delta nothings, okay. You will have these nothings of this control. If you now check again, okay, it is not exactly the control coordinate, which is an error. So in our next video we will show you on how to distribute this misclosure, okay. That is a misclosure in the coordinate, so across. But in this video, this is how to get the eastings and the northings, okay, of a compass traverse. All right, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe icon, share it to as many as your friends who will be in need of this video, and we are going to see you next time. Thank you.